What's up, guys? This is Too Troubled. I'm here with Jeffrey Plumley, Oregon golfer, PGA golfer. I've seen your account on there.
Not officially. Close.
Soon to be, though.
Soon to be.
Yeah, but I could get it going sometimes.
I've seen you got a nice stroke. I would say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
His Instagram account is very nice. I love that golf Instagram account.
Oh yeah. So I say let's get right into it. You know?
Sweet.
Like golf. Where did that come from?
Golf.
Honestly?
Yeah. No, that's good. So I grew up playing baseball. I mean, yeah, I love baseball, but it was kind of something I was thrown into. I mean, you know, go to the range with the boys and just try and rip driver over the net at the driving range. COVID shut down our junior year of high school, something like that. Only sport you could play is golf. And my school, very unpopular at golf. There's 5 guys on the team. Me, my buddy, the valedictorian, salutatorian, and like the 3rd best guy in grades. Like all their parents just forced them to do it. They hated it. So that's where I really got into golf. I mean, going out there every single day, they paid for like our range balls, our round. So if I want to get better, it's really like up to me. Like I can go out there every day, like no cost, and just work. Like some days I'd play like 2 rounds and bucket of balls after like stay morning till dark. So that's where a lot of my game grew. Actually, I'll say one quick thing. We were in the playoffs, CIF. We had this one guy, pretty good. Shot like 3 over, I think. His name's Yanu. Ended up being the valedictorian of the school. Second day of the playoffs, it was just a 2-day tournament, to move on to, I think, state. We were still in regionals. Calls in the night of and is like, yo, coach, like, I'm sick. I can't play tomorrow. And we're just like, damn, Yanu, like, come on, we need you, man. Like, you're playing pretty good. Next day, find out from his homie that he wasn't actually sick. He just wanted to study for his AP test.
Oh, no.
We missed.
God.
We missed the cut by 3, and that's kind of like how that was just the way high school season ended for us. But that's just a funny quick story. But
holy shit!
You guys want to? What was that?
You said you started golfing junior year of high school.
Started like full-time golfing junior year of high school. Okay. I would play recreationally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm sure everyone does, but started taking it serious junior year of high school.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So really, it was really COVID, the COVID event, obviously, when everything got shut down. That is what transitioned you from playing baseball majority of your life to switching over to golf. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough to the head pro at the course we were playing at for free. I mean, no one else was really going, and every day he would just work with us. So essentially got free lessons, which is like wild. Very, very fortunate situation. And I mean, if you work at something every day for 6 months, whatever sport it is, you're going to be
100%.
legit. So very, very blessed with how everything's worked out, and things are going
so playing baseball, like, obviously, I feel like they always like talk about like how like if you play baseball, like your swing, like it affects because it's like a different motion.
Yeah.
So like when you first started playing, was it like a weird like? Because I know a lot of baseball players, they just like they got a heavy slice like right out the gate.
Oh, definitely, and some of those bad habits still come back. If I'm not having a good day, it's a slice is the general miss. But when I first started tuning in my swing, I was actually losing distance because so you're swinging just as hard as you can, just trying to rip it. But once you start to dial in your swing, it's more accurate but a little bit shorter.
Right.
And with time, I mean, comes more accuracy, further, and just an all-around better swing. So I've been able to break most of those habits. It takes about like 2.5 weeks every day is what I've been told to break some of those swing habits. So
that's wild. So like for me, I just thought you just like try to smack the shit out of the ball. So you want to go like 90%.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like 90% in a good swing will go like 10 yards farther than you just trying to kill it. Which is why you have some of these like short, stocky guys on tour still ripping it like 320.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Jesus.
Yeah. But on the flip side, like you could look at guys like DeChambeau. Dude's just a freak.
Just whacks the living piss out of the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
That's wild.
So talk to me. When you were going through your golf career as a high schooler. At what point in your golf career did you realize, like, oh shit, like I have something, like this could turn into something bigger than just like, playing a high school sport?
Yeah, so I actually never really saw it that way. I mean, I would play for fun. I'd play with like my friends, and then there started to be like a skill gap. Like I would just kind of blow them out of the water every time, and I'm just like, oh, like nice. This
Guess
is
I'm
sweet.
pretty good at this.
Yeah, this is sweet. And it was literally like out of the blue, like midway through like senior year of my high school season. My coach was like, yo, Jeff, like you got some serious talent. Like I want you to play and like this, and this, like get some looks. I was like, what? Like what are you talking about, man? Like, I'm decent, but I don't know. Like, you sure about this? And played in a couple tournaments. I mean, first tournament sucked. Just playing under pressure is a different beast. But first tournament I sucked. Next tournament, I think 2 days I shot combined 5 over. Not great, but
that's good though.
I was happy for where I was.
Yeah.
And then here we are today. So
hell yeah. I mean, Oregon golfer.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can't hate on Oregon. It's the Ducks. They're the Ducks, man.
No, love it here, man. Love it.
So when you got to, like, I guess more towards the end of your junior year, beginning of your senior year, when you started applying to colleges, what were you looking at? Offers? Like, how did you decipher what school you were going to take your golfing talent to?
It really kind of came down to it was Cal Poly Slow, Cal Poly Pomona, and here.
Okay.
Cal Poly Slow, I had some buddies there, and I was in talks with them, and I was like, oh, like this would be sweet. Cal Poly Pomona, the big thing was like it's close to home, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and for most of us, I feel like your parents are always like, or especially the mothers,
No,
right?
yeah. Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah, so that was I mean, what could have been, I guess, but what really brought me here was I had a tour, and it was like the facilities, what they had to offer, not even just like with the golf, but everything above it. It was unmatched from the other two schools, and
Yeah.
I also thought change could be good,
Yeah.
100%.
Go into something totally out of the blue, new, and I'd say things worked out quite nice.
Yeah, Eugene, Oregon, the Dirty Huge.
The Dirty Huge.
Oh yeah, baby.
I mean, hey, we met you, so I'd say that's a pretty good thing.
Oh, it's a huge win. That's worth it already.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, like, your experience here at Oregon, like, golfing, like, you travel, you do all that stuff. Like, how's that, in a sense?
Oh, that's great. I could speak a lot on that, but I'll tell you my favorite story. We were down in Arkansas, Hot Springs.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas, baby. For nationals, we, I mean, always just balling on a budget. The school's trying to find the cheapest way to get us there.
Fly Spirit Airlines.
Dude, no, we, like 9 p.m. from here, we drove to Portland. Flight takes off, red eye, Portland at like 12:30. Go to Minneapolis. Get there, I don't even remember, like 4 a.m. Have a 3-hour layover. Fly to Memphis, Tennessee.
Holy shit.
Rent vans. And then
What?
And then drive 3 hours to, like 3.5 hours to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Oh my God.
Super sweet course, but just middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they were like, we're not going to fly you directly to like Little Rock too much. Like, let's make this a horrible travel day for you.
That's crazy.
I don't think there's a longer way to Arkansas.
No, it was horrible.
Going.
No, it was just, we're going like down. And then,
They gave him a tour of the whole United States, basically.
no, it was wild. The one good thing to come out of that whole travel day was the flight in Memphis. We hit that Bass Pro Pyramid.
Oh.
You guys seen that?
Yeah, of course.
That was cool. But horrible. Yeah, we get there. Everyone's super tired. Me and my buddy, unfortunately, transferred to TCU. Matthew Moore, miss you, man. He's like, yo, like, morale's down. Like, let's go hit the town, bro. Like, we got to practice round tomorrow. Like, nothing important. I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, I'm down. But we couldn't rally any of the other troops. We go And Arkansas has weird rules. You can't buy like commercial booze on weekends, and
What? What?
yeah, so you have to go to like a local brewery, and like you could get like to go like growlers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so we went to like this local brewery, got a flight, and some old lady, straight up like name's Mary Jane, is like, she's like, yo, like, is it cool if I sit with you guys? We're like, bet. And like, she has this flight with us. She picks up the tab for the flight. She's like, I have a dinner reservation across the street at like a rooftop bar. You guys want to go? And we're like,
Oh my God.
That's what? She was what, 60?
like 67.
Oh my God.
She's like, my grandkids are older than you. I'm like, what the
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so no, we end up going. She gets us 2 bottles of wine at the rooftop bar.
Bottles.
2 bottles of wine
Oh
for three people, bro. It's gnarly, and like we each get like 2 cocktails, and she is just like hammered. I mean, we're pretty messed up too, and
Yeah.
she keeps on bringing up. She's like, oh, like let's go to the casino together. Like I'll drive you there, and we're like, bro, you cannot drive. She's like, no, like let me take you in my 2-seater BMW. And
She was definitely trying to raise you up.
Dude.
100%.
I'm like, bro, Matthew, like I'm trying to make it home. Like,
God.
no, it was wild, and yeah, I mean, I feel horrible. She picked up like a $350 tab.
That's insane.
And we're just like, Dad, like we gotta go, like that's crazy. And she's like, why? Like you're not coming with me to the casino? And we're like, no.
She was trying to take you home, Jeffrey.
No, I'm not trying to go home with Gilf Mary Jane, bro. No, but that's a good story to come out of that. We ended up going to the casino, which is funny. Getting back at like 3 a.m., had like a 8 a.m. practice round, and still fired a 1 under. Me and Matthew fired 1 under, which was
Holy
like
fuck.
probably just the best story to come out of that trip.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's wild. Like, I think it was all because of her. I think
Yeah.
it was because of Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, bro. Mary Jane.
Shout out Mary Jane, guys.
Yeah. No, been very fortunate enough. Played at Hilton Head, Bandon. That's right in our backyard, kinda. Pebble Beach.
Yeah. I've heard that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, super blessed, super fortunate.
What'd you
And-
shoot? Pebble Beach.
Oh, not good. Not good.
Oh, no.
Not horrible.
Not horrible. Not horrible. But
70.
you know, it's the scenery. You got to enjoy your experience. You're not too like focused in on the game. you
Okay,
know?
yeah. I will say, second hole, par 5, I hit 3 OB, and I think I took like a 9.
Oh, no.
I don't even. But I shot a 77. I battled.
Oh,
you
okay.
battled, so, yeah, you came back.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Definitely found the swing as the day went on, because I was just like, you play a course like that, and you're just like, wow. I mean, I can't afford to like mess this up, and then it just like gets in your head, and then you're just like, dude, I gotta
Yeah.
stop thinking about this too much, which sounds horrible, but you just gotta let your swing do its own thing. And,
No, I mean, I have those thoughts when I go to Pine Ridge. So,
yeah.
like, shit, I paid $15 for this round. I can't.
You guys ever play a Eugene Country Club?
No.
Dude, that's a nice track. It's
How
in
far?
How far from here?
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Huh.
Yeah. No, it's ranked in the, I think 150 is what
Oh,
Golf
no.
Digest puts it at.
Oh,
In the U.S. though,
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That's pretty good.
yeah.
But they have like 2 holes that they try and like replicate from Augusta, and if you guys ever get a chance, that's a super sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll take our talents.
Yeah.
Take our talents
over to
down
the
there.
Eugene Country Club.
Do it, bro. Also, I mean, if you guys ever want to caddy, apply for Evan
Oh.
Scholars, full tuition paid for.
Well,
Really?
Yeah.
what, is that an actual thing?
I swear.
What?
Yeah.
Just to hold somebody's golf clubs.
Yeah, and you don't even have to caddy. You like the way it was explained to me. There was this girl in my class who lived in Coos Bay. She caddied at Bandon for 2 summers, and apparently that's all you need. Applied for Evan Scholars, lives in the Evan Scholars house, gets her entire tuition paid for, hasn't caddied in over a year and a half.
What the
So
Do you have to like read the greens and like do all that stuff though?
she said she doesn't even know golf. She's like,
fuck? What
yeah,
the?
it's.
Oh my God.
When I found out about that, I was like, "You got it. That's
That's wild.
absurd."
That's wild.
Well, even if I don't do that, would it be okay? Can I just be your personal caddy?
Oh, dude, yeah, of course.
Let's go.
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I'll definitely have a couple balls that fall out of my pocket. Secretly give you some lines.
Yeah. Or have you guys ever heard of this is more like a private clubs. People will go out the night before a tournament, a couple days before a tournament, and where they usually miss, like say they slice on a hole and it's like in the woods or in the shit, they'll go out like at night and like plant golf balls. That's their ball that they're using, like same number. So if they slice it out there, they just go like to the ball like they found and they're like, hey, I found my ball. But no, like secretly, and if they just like hit a good one, then they're not even gonna go look.
But like I feel like they have enough cameras for that's.
No, I'm talking like
he's saying like 2 a.m. they're going out there.
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm not talking like tour. I'm talking like
just
your local like private club.
Oh,
like your men's club,
That's wild.
That's pretty bush league.
That is pretty bush league.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, hey man, you got to give yourself an advantage somehow.
Yeah. Now speaking of tour, what you guys thinking of the PGA Championship so far?
I mean, LIV. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, bro.
That's all I gotta say.
I like that a lot. I mean, I think having a few guys in the last 2 majors from LIV in the top 5, top 10 is probably the biggest middle finger to the PGA possibly.
No, 100%. And I mean, one of my favorite like events that happened was at the Masters. There was like some like amateur before his eagle putt. Yeah. He was smacking a zig.
Dude, yeah.
Yes. Have you ever smacked a little? You get a little nervous. You get an upper decky lippy pilly.
I've been there, done that. But no, I'll be honest. It's kind of ridiculous. People overlook it. Like as to what I was saying, you play such a prestigious course. You're in your own head. And to kind of just relax the body, maybe have a few drinks, thrown us in, and at that point, like you're not golfing. Your swing is just the one doing its thing.
Right? Yeah, you're just you're just a machine at that point.
Exactly, and if you're just swinging the swing, works. That's why that dude was just firing.
Just firing.
But
what was his name?
Dude, I forget his name. Do you know the guy General something? He's the other amateur. He missed the cut, but people are saying that he's gonna have a better career than. Why am I blanking on his name? I could probably see it right here somewhere. But I thought it was good. But the problem, like, how he fell off the leaderboard so hard?
Yeah, he was like day 3, like top 5.
Yeah,
just completely gone.
And he's talking like Sam Bennett.
He's the Zen Packer.
He's talking like, like I think I have an opportunity to win this. Like no amateur's ever done this before. But think about him. He's like what? Like probably 22. You go home leading the Masters. You're not going to be able to sleep.
Right. That's an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel for the guys. It's so hard to. I mean, even right now, we got Eric Cole. Have you guys ever heard of Eric Cole?
I have not.
I haven't.
Exactly. I mean, first year on tour. He's come close to winning before. I think he lost in a playoff to. I think it was Kirk or Sink in the Honda Classic. So he's. I don't know, but you get a lot of that sometimes. You have players who are good enough, and they can string together one good round. But mentally, it's just so hard to handle that the next day. You're just like, oh my God, I need to maintain this lead.
No,
instead
100%.
Of being like, I just need to play golf.
Yeah, ton of pressure.
A lot of those guys are good enough to hit, one good round, but like when you have to do it 4 times in a row.
Yeah, no, I think Tiger Woods said, the GOAT, he's like, he's like, everyone's good is good, but like, how good is your bad? So if you could just have like your fuck ups be a little bit less than
right,
because everyone could have like a insane day.
Yeah, I know.
Can you keep it together?
You think he wins another Masters or another?
No, bro.
You don't think so?
I love the guy, but he's done. Yeah.
Any? Do you think he could win any tournament?
No,
he's done. Like not even like major, like just a.
The thing I hate the most too is like, you love the guy, but everything he's done to like mess up his career has like been self-inflicted.
Oh yeah,
That is true. Yes.
Which it's hard to be like, oh, like, damn, that's too bad. But it's like he's the one making those choices.
Yeah, I mean, he had injuries. But other than that, I mean, he like, didn't he get ran over by his wife when he cheated on her?
Something like that.
No, he got beat up with a driver. Like his
yes.
wife beat him up with a driver. Yeah, have you ever heard that?
Oh my God. No.
He's
no.
having like an affair.
Yeah, he was having an affair.
Well, yeah, I heard
and
about
his
the affair.
wife found out and just took his driver and apparently
so
just...
Oh
he
my
was on like
God.
I don't know, like some sleeping medication, which I think is common for a lot of golfers because like, I mean, what we were talking about, like you need that sleep.
No,
You
yeah.
can't just be wired all night thinking about what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And his wife went through his phone and like saw like texts from whatever his mistress.
His mistress, yeah.
And like woke him up and like started like beating him up, and Tiger like got the whip, started driving away, crashed into a tree. His wife runs out just like beating him with a driver.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Wild.
This isn't video documented.
No, but this is very fast.
I have seen
Oh
like
my
they've made
God.
like cartoons on it.
That's
South Park
crazy.
did a thing on it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it was like the new EA Golf, and it's just like, yeah.
South Park was that's
Hilarious. Well,
Yeah.
on the Tiger topic, obviously everyone's familiar with his son as well.
Oh,
I know this maybe this is a little way too early of a hot take, but do you think his son has some legit skill?
I mean, I think definitely yes. But then when you look at the numbers, you kind of see like it's kind of hard for him. He's kind of just in the spotlight, obviously.
Right.
I mean, same thing like Bronny James.
Oh, yeah.
When he may not be the best in his class, but he's like in the upper ranks.
Right.
The same thing with Charlie. Like, I forget what the number is, but he's like barely breaking top 100 for his age group, which is still wild. Like,
Right.
Top 100 is like gonna get you to go to D1 college, gonna get you on tour. But I mean, it's like it's not the best.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's gonna get on tour just because of the name.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, like if he wanted to, he could be like, "Yo, sponsor exemption."
Yeah.
Like, get me on as like a 10-year-old. I mean,
Which
how
is
old is he? Like
ridiculous.
14 or something?
Yeah,
he's like
that's-
14 and he's a beast.
What do you guys you know anything about John Daly's son?
No, but John Daly's a
John
fucking
Daly Jr.
beast. I've seen like pictures of he's like.
He also recently or semi-recently signed with Hooters. So good
Well,
for
of
him,
course. I mean,
Yeah.
you're John Daly's son.
you got
Dude.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Got to be an all-time NIL. But yeah, no, he's not that great, but he's playing at University of Arkansas.
Yeah.
Are they good with golf? They have a good golf program.
I mean, they got a pretty decent golf program.
Okay.
It's up there.
Mary
John
Jane's
Daly's-
out there
yeah.
watching him.
Mary Jane, bro, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane's out there in Arkansas
Maybe
watching
that's what
the
she
boys.
does. Maybe she just goes around and finds the golfer boys to go hit on.
Dude, it's
She was
Yeah.
honed in on Jeffrey that night.
scary place, bro. Walmart's a scary, or not Walmart. Arkansas has like, isn't that where Walmart was founded?
I think so.
Yeah, actually, I
would
think that
assume.
does sound factual.
That's
yeah.
that's like their thing. Arkansas loves the Walmart.
But that what you said, what you misspoke with also earlier also makes sense. That Walmarts can be sketchy
Dude,
sometimes, depending
yeah.
where you go.
Dude, especially out here.
Yeah, God, you find
No,
some
100%.
weird stuff in the dirty huge sometimes.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But
Oh yeah, sorry. Continue what you were
you're
talking
good.
about.
You're good. I just want to go back to the PGA Championship for a second.
Oh yeah.
So I was gonna say, where do you put your world number one? Do you have Scotty or Rahm, or I mean I would throw Rory in there, but
No,
He didn't have a great performance.
I mean no, but I'm just saying
Rory's like a heartfelt like Euro pick. Like, you know what I mean?
I like that.
He's
I
a
like
heartfelt guy. Like he's from Great Britain, right?
Yeah,
or
I think-
Scotland or something
one
like
of those.
that. Yeah, one of the somewhere in the United
that.
Kingdom. I
Yeah.
feel like.
United Kingdom for
Yeah.
sure.
But he's like in my head, it's like those guys don't have much. I feel like they don't have much to like cheer about. You know, their soccer team is garbage. So like they're honing in on like Rory's like world number one, when in
Definitely.
reality, he's not.
Or do they got rugby out there?
I would assume.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
would assume. I mean, it's like Euro, right? I would assume out in rugby, but I would say it's between Scheffler and Rahm. And currently, I mean, Rahm's been really good, but I think Scheffler's a tad better right now.
I'm
If you
honest.
asked me last year, I probably would have said Rahm.
I mean, Rom did go 6 over today. I'll throw that out there. And Scotty's tied for second, tied for third.
Yeah, I think he's tied for third.
Yeah, tied for third.
-3.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that argument. But also think just like face of the game. I love Scotty, but he's just the most like monotone dude.
Oh, 100%.
Which I mean, I can relate to. Like I'll throw one close and like all my boys will get hyped and I'm like, nice. Because it's almost like, oh, like that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So I know where he's coming from, but for an organization like that, I feel like Rom suits it a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. For the face of the game, I would say, like, Rom's there. But, like, if we're talking world number one, and maybe I got, like, the American bias because, you know, Scotty's an American.
Also, like, University of Texas, like, that's just a golf powerhouse.
No, exactly. The ASU's good, too, right?
ASU is, like, above Texas. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I heard.
I didn't know that.
I saw on YouTube, like, their golf facility, and it's better than their football facility. It's, like,
Holy
berserk.
fuck.
Yeah.
Is that the top school in the country for golf?
It is, but...
Because Mickelson went there, right?
Mickelson went there,
Yeah.
and Rom, which is, like, surprisingly, some of their only big guys.
Yeah.
But two of the biggest.
But, yeah, no, definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's kind of shunning Phil Mickelson a little bit, but, I mean, how can you after first time back on tour in, over a year or something, and he gets second in the Masters?
Right.
That's wild.
It is wild.
I think the PGA, there is going to be a point in time where a LIV guy wins. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Koepka, like they're all, DeChambeau's second right now? There's going to be a time.
Let me ask you guys this. So, when LIV Golf was first starting and players were like kind of like, oh, I don't know, like $100 million is a lot of money. Basically, Mickelson said, yo, PGA, like, I know you guys have a lot of extra money, like, make the purses bigger. And they were like, what? No. Like, LIV Golf is stupid. And then a bunch of people started going to LIV Golf. And now, I don't know if you guys know, but the PGA is doing these, like, featured events.
Uh-huh.
Which is, they basically require the players to be there.
Okay.
And the purse is just, like, absurd. Like, first place is getting, like, $5 million.
Oh, okay.
That's wild.
So it brings up the question, like, where was this money? Like, where was this money going?
Right.
100%.
Like Phil Mickelson, like, almost like, I had to walk so you guys could run.
No, yeah.
Literally, yeah.
I mean, I definitely think the PGA, like, had, like, there was, like, an issue there. Like, all the guys that left and, like, they're not small names. Like, Mickelson's been in the game for, like years.
And, like,
Right.
Dustin
Johnson, too.
Yeah.
World number one for so long. But then you got guys like middle of the pack, like Harold Varner. Dude's a solid golfer.
No, yeah.
I mean, he's won. I don't know if he ever won on tour. You might have. But he's putting up, like, great numbers. Like, middle of the pack guy. Like, he's getting the leaderboard, and, like, he's fine with it.
Yeah.
Getting good money. And when LIV Golf comes around, and, like, he's a great, like, influence. Like, and, like, PGA was just eating it up, like, posting him all over. Be like, oh, Harold Varner. And LIV Golf is like, yo, here's, like, guaranteed $100 million. Come play for us.
Yeah, why would you not say no?
Yeah, and he's like, this is generational wealth. I gotta take it.
Right.
Take it. And it's especially since, like, a lot of, like, the PGA, it's not like, if you play bad, you don't get paid. So like, I mean, if it, like, take the names out of it, take Saudi Arabia and their sports washing whatever scandal out of it. If you're like, if you do good, you might be able to get $5 million. Or just sign with us for an extended period of time and you can get 100. Like, I feel like that's not even a question.
Oh, yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and Ricky Fowler, love him to death. Gotta be my favorite golfer. Last year, he played in most tournaments. He only made like 1.2 mil, which, I mean,
it's a lot of money for, like, us.
That's a lot of money, but
for
in terms of professional golfer, right?
Pro golfer who's like been at the top of the ranks once. To only get that, and I mean, he's turning it around. Like, we're mid season, I'd say, and he's already made, like, I don't know, $7 million.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's just like that. Like,
Yeah.
your swing, I don't know. It's a mental game a lot.
No, 100%.
Sure. So
100%.
yeah, I wanna ask you guys this: if, say, you're on tour,
Okay.
there we go. I like that.
Come on now, I'm putting. I got to get myself in the mindset.
say you're like upper level, not a great like you're like Max Homa kinda.
Mhm.
You win a few here and there, like everyone loves you. Live Golf is like, here's guaranteed 100 million. You only have to play in 8 tournaments instead of like 20 something. You could also win way more than 100 million, but you for sure get 100 million. Like what are you doing?
I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Because obviously, like, if we're talking, like, I'm like Max Homa, like, I feel like 20 years ago, like, it's every kid's dream, especially if you're a golfer, to, like, play for the PGA. So, like, holds a weight in its own. And it's like, do you have kids? Because obviously, if you have a family and you're, like, you want to be there for your kids, like, I think that it's, like, a no-brainer. You got to go to LIV. Especially you get 20 weeks less of golfing.
Right.
And you have guys, like, think about it. You're playing practice round Wednesday and potentially final round on Sunday, and you got to fly like 2 states over for like another practice round on Tuesday or Wednesday for weeks on end.
Yeah.
And like if you live out of the country, like you're not seeing your family for so long. Like they might come out to a few big tournaments,
right?
But kind of like what you were saying is like wanting to play on the PGA Tour when you're a kid. That's kind of the biggest thing the PGA has to offer is like tradition.
Oh, 100%.
Because they've been around for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, like you stay on the PGA and like you could play at the Masters, but now like golf guys could do that. So.
Yeah, why wouldn't you do that instead?
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
I posed that same question to you, Jeffrey. If you had that contract sitting right in front of you for $100 million, guaranteed money, 20 less weeks throughout the year, what are you doing?
So before I answer that, I'll say this. Number 1 ranked amateur coming out of Michigan State. I want to say JJ or James. I think JJ Piot. He's been an amateur like for tournaments on PGA. PGA's like posted him a bunch. Like he through like their Tour U program, which is like if you're top whatever in all colleges, you get your PGA card.
Okay.
So you don't have to do like Q school. So he was already in line to go play for PGA. So the PGA was like loving him, posting all about him. LIV Golf comes along and says, yo, here's fat contract. I think 100 mil is basically what they gave everyone. Like some guys like 200 mil, Phil Mickelson, a little more than that. And he took it. But then like he could not find his groove. And the way LIV Golf is set up is only like 45 people play. Like there's no cut. You have like a set amount of people going through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And when LIV started growing a little more, he ended up getting like cut essentially. I mean, he was still on like a team, like what those stupid names, like the Aces or whatever. He's still on a team, but he wasn't playing. So to answer your question, I think I would say initially out of college, I would say no. I would play, and if that opportunity opened up again later and I wasn't happy where my career was, I would definitely do it.
Really? Okay.
I mean, because
that's a lot of money to turn down, though.
It's a lot of money, but would you rather, say it's a sport you love, whatever that is, would you rather 100 mil and just like not play competitively, or potential to earn as much as you can and keep playing at the highest level?
No, 100%. When you put it like that, then 100%.
I want to change my answer.
Yeah.
So also there's another guy. I forget his name too. But everyone always called him like Asian Tiger Woods because he was so good. No, he's really good too.
Morikawa's the Asian Tiger Woods in my eyes.
Is it Anthony Kim maybe? Yeah, Anthony Kim. I don't know if you ever heard about him. He was so good. Super young talent. Had an insane future. Ended up getting hurt. It would have been like a 1-year rehab, and he probably would have been fine. He had insanely good insurance, and there was an insurance claim for like $37 million. But he couldn't play anymore, and he took it, and he was like, I don't know how.
For only 37 mil?
I mean, this was back in like probably like 2009.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a little bit more than today's money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he was still super young when it happened. So, I don't know. Or 2012. 2012 is when he left.
Okay. So still a decent
Yeah.
time ago.
That's what, 10, almost 12,
It is 10 years,
11
yeah.
years.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. Money makes the world work, though. So.
It does. Makes
that
the
is
world
true.
go round. Did you watch Full Swing, Netflix?
Dude, I actually haven't. I've seen the first one, but I've been too busy, bro.
You've been
seen-
out there traveling?
I've seen clips.
I wanna,
but
like-
I've seen clips.
When you play and travel, obviously, is there like a lot of people that come out to like the games? Like
To the rounds.
are there people like obviously
not
you
as
probably
much
have
as you would
parents.
think. You got parents. You got dedicated parents. Local parents. The biggest is members at the club that we're playing at.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, what's Purdue's facility? Broiler something.
Boilermakers?
Yeah. That's their course. They have like their own private course.
Damn.
But most of the time it's members of the club. A lot of elderly people just
Yeah.
like to watch us
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh, go get them," which is great. Which I love every bit of it. But not as many as you would think. I mean, honestly, kind of like
Yeah.
any college sport that's not like basketball or football.
Yeah, there's not.
No.
I mean, I've walked around to the Oregon baseball stadium and it's pretty empty.
Yeah.
So-
So
What's your favorite course though? Like when you've like
my
played
favorite
collegiately?
course collegiately played is gonna have to be. Oh, it's between two. I wish I could send you guys. You could throw up a picture. But Mauna Kea, Hawaii,
Oh
Or-
gosh.
You played in Hawaii?
ridiculous, bro.
Oh my
Oh
god. I can
my
only
God,
imagine. That's
yeah.
probably. That's insane.
No, if you guys look up some pictures later, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we'll throw some up.
And Pebble Beach, but between those, Pebble Beach is like obviously it's got to be up there, but Mauna Kea is such a wild experience.
Oh, I
Just-
can imagine.
The greenest of green. I'm talking like no wind. Bandon Dunes up there too.
Uh-huh.
It's slightly below, but I loved it there. I was
Oh,
also super
yeah.
fortunate. We got good weather. But if you guys ever get a chance, I recommend.
And Hawaii, like it's like not even just the course. Like Hawaii comes with it.
Right.
You're in
Right.
Hawaii.
You're in Hawaii. You play around. You're like, oh, let's go watch the sunset on the
Right.
beach.
Let's go,
Exactly.
let's go drink and sit on the beach.
Exactly. That's,
You can't complain then.
no.
Honestly.
I also I wanna bring something else up. This is kind of a hot take.
Oh, we like
Okay.
those here.
All right.
Okay.
I like that. I
All
like
right,
that.
look. Live Golf, right?
Uh-huh.
Sponsored by Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Aramco, which is who really sponsors them, but Saudi Arabia owns Aramco.
Mm-hmm.
They fully fund Live Golf, and everyone talks about it. Everyone like bashes Live Golf for it. Be like, oh, like that's some dirty Saudi money. I don't know if you know anything about women's golf. LPGA, biggest sponsor of LPGA is Aramco, and I don't think I've seen a single person be like, hey, that's dirty money.
When it comes to
LPGA.
women's golf.
That's, dude, I love women. I honestly think
no.
I think that like with the tees, how they differ,
Yeah.
if you have like the number one women's player and the number one men's player, it'll be a good,
Yeah. Right.
I would assume.
just the way like the tees are.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's women out there who are legit.
No,
Nelly
I know.
Korda, insane.
I played around with my girlfriend's grandparents' golf, and her grandma is a
Dude, they're
freaking
sneaky.
beast.
They're
bro.
sneaky, bro.
I could outdrive her. Now I am 3 fairways to the right, but she hits it like 200 dead straight, like not even. And then her chipping game is unreal. I don't know, with me, I like to go back and forth, like the holes in the middle, and I like to play ring around.
monkey in the middle with the hole.
Exactly. But I've watched a women's tournament on TV before, and it's not even that. You watch and they're their aneurysms and their body language and they're playing, they're like stone cold killers.
Dude, no, they are so good. And I hate when people make like the argument of being like, oh, like WNBA, like there's no dunks, lower the rim.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So look, like the women's golf already did this. They brought them closer,
right?
Which I see no problem with.
I don't
neither,
because it all works out to where we're hitting the same distance,
right? Makes it more entertaining.
Exactly. It makes it way closer. I mean, Oregon Ducks, shout out them. Women's team they lost to Stanford in the national championship.
Not the trees
last year, but
brutal.
I think the way they have it set up, like you could have a really good guy and a really good girl, and it'll be super competitive.
100%.
But back to what I was saying, like no one seems to really care where the funds are coming for the women.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you saw that one clip. Who's the WNBA player saying like NBA players should donate their salary, and Draymond's like, "What the hell?" And
he's so funny.
And like Megan Rapinoe being like, "We don't get paid enough."
Yeah.
It's I don't know. No one really seems to care like how they get their money as long as they get to play, which kind of like seems a little.
Yeah, it's an interesting fact there. I don't know what would be behind that per se.
Have no one's ever really talked about like Aramco sponsoring both.
That is just like
it's interesting.
Turn a blind eye completely.
Huh. Well, do you know? Because I don't want to misspeak here, but do you know what is the difference in average salary for a female golfer versus a male golfer?
So, I don't know the average salary, but yeah, get that going.
Yeah,
but I could tell you this. A major, the equivalent of I think it's still called a major for LPGA, their purse is like 1.2 mil.
If they win it?
No, like the entire purse.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Like, this might have changed recently. I know with like everything going on, like they're trying to get women more pay.
Yeah.
But you're getting like first place is getting like $400K in a major.
Holy shit.
When first place at Augusta is getting you like millions.
Right. Yeah, that's a big difference.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard. I love women's golf. There's a lot of people who love women's golf, but it's just like you have to grow the market if you want money to be there.
100%. And to get the number, male golfers make 15 times more than women golfers.
Jeez. That might be the biggest margin out of any sport.
Yeah, I have no clue. 15 times is a lot. The golf gender gap is 1,500%.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. That's fucking wild.
And it says the average male golfer makes $500,000. So you can do the math.
Damn.
Yeah, you can do the math.
So I wonder maybe if that's why no one's talking about the girl who has the woman, the female golfer who has the contract with LIV then, because it's just like, all right, she's getting her money. Who cares where it's coming from? Like at least
it's coming from the same place is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
it is coming from the same place.
So I don't. But when it's LIV, I just think like honestly. It might be the PGA that's like putting the negative eye on it because when it's like women,
it definitely is because I mean that's the biggest competitor.
Yeah, 100%.
And like think of where things are going now. Like tradition's great, but why do so many people love the waste management? Because like you could just get hammered and be rowdy and like
isn't
yell.
Like the 16th holes like
dude wild. I went this most recent tournament. I showed up at the gates at like 4:30 in the morning, and there were already like 300 people in front of me.
Holy fuck!
And they open those gates, and you literally like sprint a mile
to get to the 16th
across
hole.
The course to get to the 16th hole, and they know who they're selling to. It's 7 a.m.
right,
and they're selling beers when there's guys who aren't gonna be on that tee till like 9:30. So
gotta get them ready for it. The 2.5 hours of beers to get them ready to.
No, definitely. That's an experience. I recommend anyone who can to try. Definitely one and done though. Like waking up at 4, having to run a mile just dead asleep.
It shows who's really dedicated.
It does.
Yeah, for real.
Who really wants to watch the 16th hole?
And like this time, it was the Super Bowl was in Arizona. There were
Yeah.
400,000 people on the golf course at one time.
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
400,000 is wild.
That's
While
insane.
the Super Bowl like is going on.
yeah, literally.
That's
But yeah, no, I got right here. LPGA will set record prize money in 2023 season, and like you see that, and everyone's like, nice. But Live Golf is like, yo, winner of this gets 10 mil, and they're like, boo, like what? That's dirty.
dirty money. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting stigma around it. It's interesting.
It definitely is. But
Do you agree that that term "dirty money" is true when we're talking about Live Golf?
I mean, it's hard to disagree for sure, because Saudi has done some very bad things, and like they continue to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't really have rights like at all,
Yeah.
which is brutally unfortunate. But I mean, I don't know. You gotta look at it. To be like completely honest, the way like most things work is just like everything's business.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like no one really cares about anyone else as long as like they're getting a cut of the money. Which I mean, it sounds sad, but I mean it's the truth, right?
Yeah,
No,
it's the
literally
way the
is.
world
Yeah.
works.
So I'll kind of leave it there. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter where it's coming from if it's gonna change your life.
Personally,
if-
I wouldn't.
Really?
Like, would you selfishly be like, I'll take this 100 mil, but they're just getting like totally fucked across the world?
Yeah.
It's
It's a balance of just what you find to be true to yourself, I guess, and
yeah.
But in reality, like you just gotta like keep it the same with both arguments. Like when it comes to
Yeah.
like, not to like no hate towards like women golf, but like if you're like
Yeah,
if you're gonna say that like Aramco's okay to sponsor them, but then Live pops up and obviously the PGA, that's your competitor, so you're gonna throw some shade over that way. But I feel like you got to do a check
Yeah,
in the mirror.
It's
you
just
know?
like, hypocrisy knows no bounds at all.
It's true.
But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thought. I feel like not enough people talk about it, but not a lot of people want to talk about like the important shit.
Yeah,
Right.
100%. It's easier not to.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Jeffrey, I wanted to focus back on you for a second. I'm curious, just for me, for the viewers in general, but when you've been golfing for some time now, you're continuing your career at the University of Oregon. What is your end goal for your golf career? If you could, if no skill gap, nothing else mattered. Like if it was just like you're sitting in your room, and you're like, all right, this is what I want to accomplish when it's all said and done. What is that end goal?
So, obviously, that'd clearly be like get on tour, right? But at a certain point, you gotta level with yourself. Like, I'd like to think I'm a great golfer, but do I feel like I have what it takes to play at the next level? Maybe not. I'd probably just like struggle and waste a few years, be like a AAA baseball player where I gotta like work at McDonald's to keep playing. So I mean, like while like I would love to have like those aspirations to play on, my heart isn't in it as much as it once was. Which, I mean, take that as you will. It could be sad. It could be just a moment of realization. But I mean, I got other passions. I don't think that because I don't want to pursue this. It's not that I don't want to pursue it. It's just that at a certain point, you gotta like kind of reason with yourself.
yeah.
Right.
Sure, that could all change. I mean, I don't know. You guys know Sahith Theegala hasn't won yet. Almost has a few
Yeah.
times.
Waste
Almost.
management, right?
Waste management.
Yeah.
Dude was in first place
And
went
then
in
he-
the water on the 17th hole.
Yeah.
It happens that yeah.
That was on the Full Swing documentary.
Yeah, dude, another bad beat. I think it was. I honestly want to say it was a major, the one Matt Fitzpatrick won at the Country Club. He's like in the lead, tied for the lead or something. Maybe it wasn't a major. 18th hole, has the lead, finds a fairway bunker. Instead of just like taking his medicine, playing for the bogey, like force a playoff, he tries to swing it, hits the lip, just straight back down, double bogey, loses. 18th hole. But what I want to say about him was, he always, like, he's very open about being like, I didn't think this would be my path. It wasn't until my senior year of playing where I felt I could take my game to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can know, but, like, you also have to be realistic.
Right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, hey, maybe one day that'll change for me, but, I mean, as good as going a few under, even few over is, that's probably not going to get you very far.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're going to keep playing as long as Mary Jane's involved.
Dude, yeah, I hope so. Dude, she added me on Facebook. Wild, yeah.
Of course, Facebook.
I know.
Of
Out of everything, how do you find my Facebook? I was like, no.
She spends a good amount of time on there at her age, I could tell.
I mean, she's probably pissed. She's like, I spent like $400 on these boys at 2 different restaurants.
Yeah, couldn't even get a smooch out of
I
one of them.
know, bro.
Flying you back out to Arkansas.
But that's wild. I mean, like, her grandkids are older than me and my buddy at the time, and
Money
Wild.
talks, man. We've said
Dude,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
It's been an
That's what
occurring
I'm saying,
theme
man.
on this pod.
money talks, bro. Money talks,
You know, she could pick up a $400 tab.
dude.
You might have to look into Mary Jane.
Her story was weird too. She's like, I'm from Maine. I've been divorced 3 times, and I just wanted to find this spot to settle down and retire. And I'm like, so you're in like 20,000 population Hot Springs, Arkansas. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
It's got a bar. It's got a casino. She's
That's all
chilling.
you need.
She's good.
Yeah.
But
I want to end it with with a game we like to play, but I wanted to put a little spin on it for you.
All right.
So, I mean, it's not really a game, but just in your opinion, what are the all-time 5 greatest golfers in order?
Oh God, this is gonna be such a horrible list because
Sahid Theegala.
Look, I could give you 2. I could give you a realistic top 5 all time.
Okay.
And then my top 5. all
Jeffrey's top 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hear your
So-
realistic first.
So my realistic, it's got to be Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm. I feel
And
like the
then-
1-2 is just like it's
Yeah.
a given.
Okay.
Pretty
Wait. Oh.
self-explanatory.
Okay. Where do you put your 2?
Nicholas.
Yes.
Jack.
Nicklaus.
Yeah, Jack
The
Nicklaus.
Golden Bear.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. But then I'm right with you. Number 3, I'm going Phil.
Phil. Yeah, I got them too.
Everyone
Yeah.
hates him, but dude was just a stud.
He's been like he's still
He's
doing his thing.
He's what, like 45?
I feel like he
Second
started
in the
at
Masters.
he started at the same time Tiger did, and you see where Tiger is, and you see where Phil is, and it's
There's a gap
There's-
between the
There's
two.
still a gap. There's still a gap, but my God, Phil has had a career.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. He's 43, won the PGA Championship 2 years ago.
yeah.
Crazy.
2 years later, 45, I think, second place in the
Yeah.
Masters. So
Second.
became like oldest guy to
No, yeah.
get like runner up in a major. So where am I at? 3?
So
Yep.
4.
4 and 5.
So
4 and 5 is left. John Daly.
sick guy, John.
I think he might be showing up on the Jeffrey list. We'll see, though.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I know Jeffrey. I mean, he's already said. So, but continue.
Yeah.
4
Okay.
or 5.
So number 4. This is a little. This is more towards like what I think. I'm going DJ.
Okay.
Okay.
That's respectable. I think it is.
Yeah, that's
Matt
yeah.
Ritchie would like that answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, like, you get to number 5. Think of like any like top 5. There's the top 3 clear, 4 kind of clear. And now
For
you're
5, like on the last one, you always got to like just spread some controversy. I feel like.
So, yes. Like, I love Jason Day. Jason Day my
Really?
5. Rory's my 6. That's, dude. Jason Day at his
Wow.
prime, unbeatable, absolute stud.
What about your boy Ricky Fowler?
Dude, okay. So look, let me go to my list. I'll make this quick. Ricky Fowler 1. John Rahm 2.
Okay.
Love the boys. And then, you're right. I don't know how you guess this. John Daly.
John Daly.
Absolute stud.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if you ever heard, but like when he was in college, he was overweight. His
Uh-huh.
coach told him to go on like a whiskey only diet for 18 days.
No shot.
He said he lost like 25 pounds, but like played the best golf of his life.
All right, I am taking
Holy
that
fuck.
up.
Yeah, oh God.
I've been trying
What's
to
the
get
only
in the
diet?
gym, and I realize all I need to do is drink whiskey, and that's it.
And look, my number 4, I'm
Yeah.
going back. DJ,
Okay.
talented, on and off the course. Married to Paulina Gretzky,
True.
daughter of the
Yeah.
great.
The
Yeah.
great Wayne.
Dude, the great Wayne. And I don't know if you ever heard, he almost, Wayne Gretzky went up to him and was like, yo, actually, I'll say what happened first. He would take lines before rounds in the locker room.
Oh, I could totally see that.
And I mean, he's always had a bad track record. Like, he got cut from like his D1 school for drugs, I think. Played out of JUCO, went to Q school when that was still a thing, and just made it on the tour because he's legit.
Yeah.
But he still had those bad habits, taking lines before rounds, and Wayne Gretzky's like, yo, you gotta get off that or you can't be with Paula anymore. And I guess he's like, bro, gotta stay with Paula.
Yeah. Paul, put him back in place.
So yeah. And then my favorite, I love Cam Smith.
Really?
I mean, I've been a fan for so long. I mean, it kind of, you ever have those days where it's like, or not days, but you follow this guy so long and then he becomes super successful and
Yeah.
then all your friends are like, oh, you bandwagon? I'm like,
Bro, I've been there
yeah,
since day one.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
love those guys. Cam Smith, I think he could have had what it takes to like be a great, but I mean, Live Golf is making it hard now for them because now they can
Seriously.
only win majors.
Yeah. No Tiger in your favorite, though.
Dude, I'm be honest.
You're a Tiger hater.
Dude,
He's a Tiger hater.
it just makes me angry that everything he did was like self-inflicted. And everyone like welcomes him back like full. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we love you, Tiger. And then like Phil Mickelson says one thing and the world turns against him.
I will say, I remember last year I texted your golf account, and I told you that you had to wear the Sunday red on one of your rounds, and you did it
Dude,
in support of Tiger.
hey, we all did that. That's funny you bring that up. There was one round where we all wore red.
It's actually kind of fire.
Yeah, dude, and it was like the not polo, the turtleneck thing.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but Tiger Woods, all his polos have black armpits because he sweats hella.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, maybe I should invest
yeah.
because that sounds like me.
Dude. No, could be good, could be bad. Totally ruins the style though, for sure. Like you have a nice like white polo, super
And
nice,
then
and then
almost
just a black
flat.
patch. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, there's my list. It's a little jank.
I like it.
But I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's about what you like.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
It's
if you
unique.
like lines over Tigers, that's completely fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could be reasonable. I know Tiger's probably the best to ever do it.
Yeah, but
But-
it's your favorite.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be.
You know, there's different things.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, well,
But yeah.
thanks
All
for
right.
having me on, fellas.
No, I
Dude,
gotcha.
thank you. Honestly, I
great.
want to say you were a natural. You kind of just took over. You were asking me and Trav some questions at one point. I was like, okay, I guess I'm the one getting interviewed now.
I
Shit.
expect it. I expect it.
No, this was sweet. This was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Second
All right.
guest of all time, Jeffrey Plumley.
Let's go. Hey, big things on
Oregon
the
golfer,
way. Big things on the
soon
way.
to be on the PGA.
Hey, we'll keep it
One
going.
day.
Keep
One
it in
day,
your
baby.
prayers. All right.
You know?
Now you say cue the outro, and we're out of here.
Cue the outro.
Let's do it.
Peace.